Shalom and good day all, this is TheHealing29 back again for manga I have recently read through between March and April, and I must admit there is quite a bit here this time around. So let's go through the list. So we've got Komi Can't Communicate, volumes 23 to 28. And this has been a really interesting series as it's also moved into one of the next years with the character. So I think we've moved into third year now with the character, or second to third year with the character. Of course, jumping into the next thing, which is Dr. Stone, which we have volumes 25 and 26. Now, those who remember, who have been following the Dr. Stone series, not just the anime, but also the manga, you'll remember that the manga finished at volume 26, to which the creator of the series decided to have a bit of a big break. But there does look to appear preparations for volume 27 to make a start. So I think the way that this series sort of ended to restart again, they did a really good job with that. Not only that, it also gives the writer of the series a little bit more time to take more time with the characters that they plan on using for the next lot of story arcs for the series. And will Senku end up restoring everything to how things were at the beginning, minus the very thing that caused everyone to turn to stone? And seeing that one of the things that he wants to create in this is a time machine, so he can actually go back in time to sort of like prevent the event from happening. It'll be very interesting, seeing that we are sort of like left on a bit of a cliffhanger with this volume. Next, we have Lone Wolf and Cub, volumes 1 and volume 2. There are more volumes available for this series, but these are the only two I presently have right now. Of course, we have Moriarty. Now, I did have another volume of this turn up recently. So that's volume... so I've got 11 to 14 there, but 15 will probably be covered in the next video, or might be covered in the next video. And here we've got Rainbow Days, volumes 1 to 8, to which follows the character of Nanatsu, and also some of his peers. And yes, it's a bit of a rom-com type story, but definitely interesting. And if it's one thing I've sort of learned about this story of Rainbow Days, it actually came out 7 years ago, so that says a lot. And the fact that it's coming out now in the English, definitely interesting. And last but not least, we have One Punch Man and the return of Saitama and many of his fellow heroes alongside him. So, jumping into the next thing, and that is the rating of these volumes. So I'll start off with the volumes of Komi Can't Communicate, to which I'll give a rating that covers the whole amount of manga that's there. So we have 25 to 28. In this, we sort of like move into the finishing of the second year, drawing closer to the third year in their schooling, plus a lot of other things that happen with the character of Tadano. And in the story, it has been made official. So, a bit of a spoiler alert to anyone who has not read this far in the story, is that Tadano and Komi are officially a couple. So it's going to be very interesting as to how things will take place in later volumes after 28. Next is Dr. Stone, to which these sort of like finish off where the story sort of left off when the series first came out and came to its stop. We do move closer to them getting sort of like the first ship into space and sort of like preparing to get things to sort of like other surfaces. so that they can use like other resources to get to the particular thing that caused everyone to turn to stone. We do get other things occurring in the next one, to which they do start to prepare for like the last bit of the story arc for this particular arc, and they make do with sort of like getting the internet and other little things within the universe so that they're able to communicate with other states, other nations, and other people around the world, which is really clever. Oh yeah, and for Comey Can't Communicate, I give an 8 out of 10. For the last 2 volumes of Dr. Stone, or these 2 volumes of Dr. Stone, 8 out of 10. Moving into Wolf and Cub, it was really nice reading through these. I must admit, reading through these reminded me of the live-action movies in relation to these. And it was fantastic, and I mean absolutely fantastic. 8.5 from me. Moriarty the Patriot, volumes 11 to 14. Now, I've watched all of the anime in relation to this series as well, and I must admit, what they've done is, or what the anime have done, they've done it pretty well, sort of like direct from manga to anime. But I would like to see another season of Moriarty to see where things continue where they left off from. And we do draw to a bit of a close of sort of like another set of arcs within these, to which I give an 8.5 out of 10. Now, with Rainbow Days, I think with some of these, I'd probably be able to give them a 7.5 out of 10 for the first 4, and a 7 out of 10 for the last 4. And that applies to both art and story. But let's finish things on a good note in regards to One Punch Man. Really nice to get back to catching up to Saitama once again. A straight 8.5 out of me. So until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.